Today I'm going to show you an in-depth guide on how to beat Apocalypse mode in Btd6, or actually it's called Apopalypse. I am very stupid. Anyways, let's continue on. Now for the heroes, the main thing is that money will be a struggle, especially early on. So we want to pick heroes that are cheap and do damage. So Oben, Quincy, or Sada are the best choices, but if you can, Ben is always better because he makes money and it bypasses the fact that you don't get end of round income when a round ends, because technically a round can end. It's just that rounds overlap and don't have a pause in Apocalypse mode. So because there actually is an end of the round, you can use Ben to get that end of the round money, which makes a very good start. Of course, if you can't do this because it's a harder map, you want to use one of those very cheap damage heroes that I said before. All of them work out perfectly fine. Some do better on some maps, some do better on others, so kind of pick and choose. But if you have monkey knowledge, it's also definitely a lot easier because you can start with a free dart monkey, and then you also have mana shield and road spikes. And if you can, always do this. Use your free dart monkey, mana shield, road spikes, extra lives, and greed into a Ben. Once you get Ben, it's going to be very easy. You have your end of round cash and will be basically playing a normal game. All you need to do is kind of prepare the defense, which should not be hard because it's medium prices. You're not playing with like Chimps rules and stuff. So kind of prepare your defenses about what you would think is 10 rounds earlier than in Chimps mode. So you're going to prepare for a Moab earlier. You're going to prepare for camo earlier. You're going to prepare for lead a little earlier. That's all you have to do. But as you can see, we tanked a few lives. That's all right. But we placed down Ben, and now I can start getting some actual defense. Now, if you can't do that, it's a little bit more difficult because we're going to have to kind of be pretty greedy in the early game and utilize a little bit of strategies. So for this example, I'm not going to show the rest of it because Ben is already giving us tons of money, tons of lives, and we're basically set for the rest of this game. Alright, now I'm going to be showing a much more difficult example, and this will be Underground, Apocalypse, no MK. If you're doing these maps at this late of a stage, you will have MK, so it will be significantly easier than this. But anyways, I am showing this as a good example. So again, cheap, early, good damage heroes. So I'm going to be using Oben for this one. The other two work pretty well on this map, but I'll be running Oben. And the one thing that we need to take advantage of is abilities. All the heroes that I mentioned have pretty good abilities. The 3x attack speed on Quincy, the Brambles on Oben, and the Leaping Sword on Sada. All of those do pretty well. And we're going to be taking advantage of that because we can use a lot of abilities, especially Oben. I really like the fact that you can just place the ability whenever you want, and then it will come back again, and you can be very efficient with that. So we're basically going to be using a lot of abilities to try to conserve as many lives as possible, and we are going to be leaking a lot of lives because the thing is that we won't be making much money. So in the early game, we kind of just need to hold on, make use of the abilities, and use towers that will work well on the map and with the strategy that you're doing. By the time you're up on these harder maps, you'll probably know what towers work out well. I probably don't have to tell you that. And again, there's not like a specific guide. So if you're trying to do Underground, Apocalypse, just following this probably will not work because Apocalypse is random every time and you need to be quick on your feet to do stuff. So I'm just doing a ninja. The 201 has pretty good pierce and it can use all of its pierce with the seeking. And it's going to work out pretty well with Oben, especially with the dual seeking abilities. And that's that. I will go into some later upgrades, but there are many things that you can do which works, especially if you have water. The subs and boats are very good, especially with monkey knowledge too. They get a lot of benefit from that. A lot of these early rounds are very slow, so I have to. I'm going to skip passes, and right now I'm using double speed. Just because I'm showing this whole run and I don't really need that much time to explain it. So that's that. Like I said before, preparing for things a little bit earlier is very important. So I'm going to be getting my lead sniper up here so that we can make sure I kill the leads. I have no idea when the lead is coming, so I have that just in case. Camo is covered, which is good, so I don't have to worry about that. And as you can see, leads on 21, that round was an issue. It kind of got by, but I've got the double shot ninja up, so now I should be a little bit better. And because of our lack of income, I don't want to stay suppressed on money here, so I'm going to try to go for a farm. The time when you buy a farm can vary a lot. Sometimes you're struggling on the defense more than others, but you want to get it at a time where you know you won't have to sell it soon, because the last thing you want to do is sell your farm too early when you don't profit on it, and then you're just more in debt. Monkey farmers are very nice. You don't have to use them. It's completely optional. They don't do anything besides quality of life. And now I'm going to be working on some other defenses. I'm going to want to get something that just does a lot of damage for its cost here, because I don't have a lot of money because that farm has not profited yet, and I want to keep it. So I got a Druid 030, works out really well, and I try to be greedy and go for another farm. At some point, I do have to sell a farm because a surprise mob comes in and I can't kill it, but this is the next trick that I want to show you. First of all, you can buy the double cross path at the bottom to get higher sell value, but the other trick that I wanted to show you is going home, like right there. You can just hit the escape button if you're on PC, or hit the gearbox on the top if you're on mobile, and then you can just go home and kind of trial and error at these rounds. It's very useful. You want to see, like right there, I'm going to die there, so I go back, trial and error, see if there's something I can do that works, and then if you can't find anything that works, last all be all case is sell a farm or sell a tower that is not particularly doing much. If you don't have a case where you can beat it, you can either cheese your way through with powers or just restart if you're not going to do an unethical run. Like, I don't know, some people do that. Anyways, moving on, I decided to get a bit of a heavy hitter, so the Bloon Jitsu with Alchemist, very good combo, a lot of people know that. And then I try to get some farms back up, and we want to farm until about round 50, then the farms won't really do much and we can sell the farms for more defense. I'm narrowly going by, so I'm going to have to get more defense, and after this farm, I would kind of get ready to sell it now. There's a lot of stuff, like a fortified Moab, up to 2 fortified Moabs and a bunch of leads. So now we kind of have to be ready. At this point, you can honestly just sell your farms. I have absolutely no clue why I did not in this recording. Probably because I did not see that it ends on round 60 and it's a good time to sell the farms now. But I kind of tried to trial and error it past this. So you can see the rest of that if you want. But once you sell the farms, you'll have like 15K or so. You can buy a ton of stuff that would help a lot. Anyways, that's that. That's how you beat Apopalypse mode very easily. Again, you probably won't have to deal with an example as hard as this, especially because if you're at this point, it would have a lot more monkey knowledge than what I'm showing here, which is no monkey knowledge. But anyways, that's that. I hope you can beat these modes now, and goodbye. I'll just let the rest of this play out.